told you. How dumb do you think we are?
Hello everybody, I'm Bree and welcome to Politics with Conservatory. Canada, we got a lot to talk about. Today I'm going to be covering a Palestinian minister accused of stealing millions, allegedly fled to Canada. The new combating hate bill, 47,000 international students that the IRCC reportedly says they're here illegally. A telecommunications bill, which is a power grab, that can ultimately give one liberal minister the power to cut off your phone and your Wi-Fi. So a breaking story has came out from an Arabic news outlet that says that there was a Palestinian Authority of Transportation minister was suspended and investigated for allegedly embezzling $5 million in public funds. What is shocking is the claim that's circulating that he fled to Canada shortly after being fired. And if that's true, my question is, what is the government going to do about that? Extradite him, investigate him, or usual silence? Because this isn't some random case. This is a direct example of Canada being used as a safe haven for criminals, especially when you're accused of corruption overseas. If this government wants to talk about integrity and transparency, maybe we should make sure people that are accused of crimes in their home country don't get to find refuge here. It's a good start. Moving on, Bill C-9, the Combating Hate Act. On paper, it might sound good to you. However, it doesn't just want to stop hate crimes. If you dig into the fine print a little bit, it's going to give the government new powers to decide what counts as hate and who gets the protection.
The government's press release mentions anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, homophobia, and transphobia, yet it makes no mention of the rise of hate crimes towards Christians.
Not a single word about the surge in crime against Christians and Catholics. The dozen churches that have been vandalized, burned. Instead of protecting free speech, it actually waters down the legal definition of hate, meaning it could be used to silence people for political disagreement. We already have criminal code provisions for real hate crime. Why rewrite the law and have these requirements for what you consider hate speech be for groups but not for others, be for some religions but not for others, some communities but not for others? This is not how you protect Canadians. This is how you start policing public opinions. And we actually just saw an insane bill pass in the UK, the Harmful Speech Act, and we can all see how well that is going.
Then, obviously, if you've got stuff you'd like to gather, obviously I'm more than willing to talk through what you're able to take with you.
What, you're taking me away now?
Yes, so you're under arrest, so you're going to Harrogate, unfortunately.
You're taking me to Harrogate in the middle of the night over a tweet?
I am, unfortunately.
Is this what you signed up the police to do?
People are getting arrested for making political disagreement comments on X. Wake up. On to the third topic, 47,000 students who never showed up.
You also said that 8% of students in your testimony are non-compliant and have disappeared in Canada with study permits. That works out to, by my math, about 79,000 based on data from end of year 2004. Do you know where these people are?
So I'd like to clarify that I mentioned 8% of the students that we asked for compliance information from were potentially non-compliant.
Do you find them if they are compliant?
Any foreign national in Canada would be under the purview of the Canada Border Services Agency.
Okay.
So they are constantly collecting that data. So as I mentioned...
So you do share data with CBSA?
We do share data with CBSA.
Okay,
yes.
but you don't know where they are, if they're compliant. I've heard enough.
This isn't new, though. And we continued to have failed immigration policies. This isn't new. Just a year ago, reports were already showing that tens of thousands of people weren't going to their class. It's the same loophole that everybody is so pissed about. Meanwhile, youth unemployment is up. We don't even have enough job offerings. Then we are allowing people into this country. So if we really need them here for jobs, don't you think we should have more job vacancies then? Just a thought. There was 168,000 job openings here in Ontario. Meanwhile, we took in 500,000. More people than our job market can handle. More people than our housing market can handle. More people than our healthcare can handle. Nobody sees the problem in this. They pay their $6,000 tuition and they know they are not leaving. Who pays for this oversight? Canadians do. And then again, Mark Carney gets on national television just to tell us that he's not scrapping the temporary foreign worker program. Well, Mr. Carney, I have a problem with that. Because if you're not going to scrap the temporary foreign worker program, then I'm going to need you to scrap the ICTC program, which federally subsidizes newcomers' wages up to 70%. So we're incentivizing Canadian businesses to hire foreign workers. And we've seen this many, many places and many new businesses. This is not the first time. Moving on to Bill C-8, the telecoms power bill. Another bill that's going to be quietly moved through Ottawa. Cybersecurity. Here's what the legal experts are saying. Under Bill C-8, a cabinet minister can secretly order a telecoms company to shut your phone or internet off if that liberal minister poses you as a threat. Okay? No court, no oversight, no warrant, no police. Just a liberal minister. I can already tell I'm not going to be her favorite person. But that should sound familiar to us. I mean, it should, because in 2020, during the Freedom Convoy, the government decided that they were going to freeze the bank accounts of everybody who donated or participated without a court order. And now they want a button for your Wi-Fi. The Canadian Constitution Foundation is sounding the alarm on this thing because it's basically a bill that risks being used to target political disagreement. In Iran, government will shut down the internet every time a protest strikes out. So the protesters can't spread the word and get more people there. China, the Communist Party blocks websites, YouTube, Google, X, and they call it the Great Firewall. For what, you might ask? Cybersecurity. Russia, if you criticize the government, label you a foreign agent, restrict your access. These are all cybersecurity bills. Just ours is coming right to our front door. Let's recap. A foreign minister accused of stealing millions fled to Canada. A new bill risks turning laws into thought laws. Tens of thousands of students exploit our system. Telecom bill that would let Ottawa shut off your phone and internet. Where is Mark Carney? I ask this because Poilievre is at least standing up in Parliament, ending action. The so-called new Prime Minister does everything but run the country. If you think Canada deserves better, subscribe, like, keep speaking up. Accountability starts with us.